Homer's Odyssey was one of the first written texts to be produced in Western society. Treated as a Bible by the Greeks of its time, the Odyssey and its brother novella, the Iliad, stand to be two of the most important and influential writings ever created. Today, it can be interpreted as a metaphor for life, and despite being thousands of years old, it continues to provoke questions about existence and deals with mortality, influencing us through its concepts of gender, triumph of evil, and journey, themes which are timeless and straddle the centuries between ancient Greece and modern America. Being the earliest text recorded, it has had substantial ongoing impact in the literary canon and contains many themes and concepts used in writing today. Its impact is derived from the fact that the Odyssey was the first of its kind. The story is exciting, timeless, and has something that everybody can relate to. Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion is a satirical 90s cult classic starring Lisa Kudrow and Mia Sorvino, who after 10 years are returning home to attend their high school reunion. On first glance, it appears to have little depth and certainly no connection to the Odyssey. However, what it lacks in old, probably smelly Greek men, it makes up for in rich themes of gender, journey and triumph, some amazing one-liners.
Would you excuse me? I cut my foot before and my shoe is filling up with blood.
And super 90s costuming. The Odyssey is an extremely male-centric novel, but to be more culturally appropriate for the time period it was produced and set in, Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion differs from the Odyssey and becomes an every woman's story instead of an every man's. The Odyssey focused mainly on Odysseus' and Telemachus' journeys and left Penelope undeveloped and as a plot point. Having two white American women as the protagonist heroes of the story makes it truly culturally representative of the independent female of the 21st century who does not need a male to rescue her. Every single important female character in Romy and Michelle's has depth, development, purpose, and backstory. Heather Mooney, for example, is shown as a cold-hearted, rude, and quite honestly terrifying character.
Why don't you go fuck a sheep, or your sister, or yourself?
Yet she has a soft spot for nerd boy Sandy Frink, and even goes as far as to travel to the reunion to see him. She later goes on to make amends with the majority of the characters and is even pictured buying a dress from Romy and Michelle's boutique in the closing scene. The men, however, are used much like Athena and Penelope were in the Odyssey, which was purely for plot development. Women in the Odyssey are nothing more than property. The reversal of these gender roles juxtaposes the two texts in that Romy and Michelle's is a modern-day woman's film and the Odyssey doesn't even pass the Bechdel test. Having an inspiring plot and femme-dominant cast, Romy and Michelle's is a prime example of the influence the Odyssey has over us today, how it has helped us move towards female-fronted film, and how it is being changed to suit an ever-changing culture and society.
Hey Michelle.
Yeah?
What does this remind you of?
Oh, I know. This lady is totally sick.
The triumph of evil is a dominant theme throughout both of these texts. Odysseus is consistently trying to battle deadly monsters while Romy and Michelle are combating the scariest monsters of all, bitchy knocked up 90s mean girls. Odysseus, Romy and Michelle all disguise themselves upon their return home, both parties to gain power in the somewhat toxic situations they are walking into. Odysseus' hoax results in him slaughtering all the suitors who are pursuing his wife and regaining the throne. Romy and Michelle, on the other hand, are laughed out of their reunion until they return to stand up to their high school bullies and consequently have everyone fall in love with the strong, funky ladies who they really are under their businesswoman facade. Both texts are a classic case of good always wins, showing despite the centuries between these two texts, humanity continues to want good to come out on top.